Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining me this afternoon. Today, I would like to welcome you to the Perry 10K Share-a-thon. It's a daily show where thought leaders and influencers, we come together and we talk about personal and business issues and spread transformation around the world so we can all grow professionally and personally. And if you'd like to be one of our speakers, go to perry10k.com/join. I don't know why I always mess that up, but perry10k.com/join. It's in my link there, and you can become a speaker too. There's a wait list right now, but Katia is going to be opening that up very soon. And we've already heard today from Hannah and Elaine, and they had great topics in speaking about how they found their why and how you can too. And up next after me is Jen Bradshaw Almond, and then Daniel Roberts and Amy Scarlett. So stick around and join them. If you'd like to share this out, we'd appreciate it, and you can share it to friends and anybody who you think would be interested in this. And today, I was already on this morning. I had the luck at being able to talk this morning about this too on the earlier Perry 10K show, and how I found my why and how you can too. And so this morning I talked about your why and how it changes with life circumstances. Your why can always change no matter what, depending on what happens in life. And also your why is your passion. Whatever it is that you're passionate about becomes your why, and they're interchangeable. And I talked about that. And then also, what is your greatest value that you have, and will you measure that? How will you measure that in your life when it's all said and done? So I talked about that on my morning live, and you can go back and listen to that. And I thought this afternoon what I would do is take us all through some questions and exercises that we can ask ourselves so that we can find our why. And remember, it's never too late to find our why. It's always changing depending on life circumstances and things that change in life and business. And so it takes time to find your why, but once you've found it, you know, the world is ours, and it's our passion that is our why. So first of all, when you start doing these exercises, why don't you, the important thing is to unplug. I mean, we're so busy all the time. So when you do these exercises, unplug and turn off your phone, get away from your computer, go somewhere quiet where you can write down these responses and just really think about them. And I'm doing some speaking now, and finding your why is one of the top 5 reasons I have to help people move their business forward. And I will tell you that when I was looking to find my why after 22 years of business, I had to rebrand. Well, I'm in 22 years of business now, but after about 16, 17 years, I knew that things were changing. So I had to totally develop my why again. And it took me about probably 18 months to do that, because I was so passionate about what I was doing before. And I thought, how can I revamp my business and my life at this age? But it's something we all have to do. So if you want to take a minute and you can think about these responses or post them here in the chat, that would be great. But find some time, like I said, and we're going to start off with, like, what makes you happy? Is it music? Is it the sunshine, exercise, dancing? I love music and dancing. I said to people, if you ever come back, I will be a musician and a dancer, because music makes my heart soul sing. My favorite quote is, music makes us human. And I think that for me, that's what makes me happy and what makes my soul sing. But anyway, another question is, what are things that stress you out? Are you stressing out because you're making things that really aren't in alignment with your values of priority? For instance, we're all growing our business, or are we sitting there at the computer and not exercising, or not taking time to eat our meals? Are we letting people disrespect us because their deadlines are so urgent and we're not putting ourselves first? So think about that. What is it that stresses you out? And then going back to your priorities, what are your top priorities? Pick, if you want to pick 3, 5, or 10. Sit down and really think about what are your priorities in life. And for me, you know, besides God and spirituality, that is always my top priority. But then my family, my health, and then my career and my business. Those are some top 3 for me, because family is so important to me. But if we don't have our health, we don't have anything. And I thank God every day for my health, because this week, as a matter of fact, I for some reason woke up Sunday and I could hardly walk on my left foot, and I didn't know what I did. And I don't sit. I walk. I do half marathons and that kind of thing. And I was sitting all week pretty much. I've had to sit with ice on my foot. And I thought, wow, this is just my foot and I can't walk right now this week. So how do these people who don't have their health, you know, it's such a blessing to have your health and to try and stay as healthy as we can be. That's one of my top priorities. But anyway, think about that. And being out for days, yeah, it is, Daniel. Thanks for joining me, everybody. But let me see, another thing is, what are your top values? There's, I know most of you, if you're in business, you know that there's a big, huge list of values on the internet. You can find them anywhere. But some of the values I value most are respect, integrity, health. Like I said, health, being happy. Some people, financial security is a great thing to have. Do you value that? Put down what your values are and think about those, okay? And what is really important to you in your life. And then, like I said a minute ago, are you compromising your values? If so, then we aren't in alignment with what our passion is and therefore what our why is. So make sure that you when you're thinking about that, step back and say, am I compromising my values? Like, are you letting other people disrespect you? Or are we not exercising enough? Are we not saving the money we need to save for retirement? What is it about us that we are compromising? Because if we're compromising things, then we're not going to get to our why as quickly as we could if we were truly being true to ourselves. I hope that makes sense to you. And then another thing that is important to ask yourself is, what is it that you love to do? What is it that you don't like to do or you don't care to do? Like I said before, I love exercising. I know my husband laughs at me because he does not like exercising at all, but it's important to me. But I actually love exercising. I do half marathons. I did a triathlon when I turned 50. I would love to be a Zumba teacher, or I used to be jazzercise back in the day. I'm old. But just being active. I love to be active. And what is it that you don't like doing? Do you know for sure what it is you don't like doing? Like, oh, I got to get up and I've got to do this. Well, that was me back 20, 30 years ago. I worked in a law firm, and I really liked it for the first couple of years, but then it became so boring, and I would get up and I would be like, oh, I just don't want to do this because it's just not fun. I didn't like sitting there and just being there when there was nothing to do. So that's something I think about when I think about what I love and what I don't love to do. And is there a time when you thought about something, well, not thought about something, but when you were doing something that the time passed so fast that you were oblivious to it and the time was over before you knew it? And think about that. If there's a time when you were doing something like that where the time just flew and you loved it. And then again, what is your passion? What puts fire into your soul? My family kind of laughs at me because I'm kind of like a black or white, no gray in the middle, and I don't try to be that way, but I am pretty passionate about some topics, and my sister says, you can't be black or white. It's not all black and it's not all white. There's gray in the middle, and I'm learning that, but it's kind of funny for me anyway that I don't know. I'm not a hard person at all, but you'd think my values or my things I'm passionate about are black or white. But anyway, I've got a couple minutes left, so what I want to do is make sure that you're taking care of you and your life and what you want to do. And ask these couple questions to yourself when you're doing some of these questions and finding it out. I feel it's important to what? What do you feel it's really important to do in your life? And I want my life to be more what? More healthy. I want to be make more money. I want to have a $5 million business. I want to spend more time with my children, so I'm going to work at home or work in my own business, which kind of is a Quasimodo maybe, because if we have our business, we work really hard, and I know most of us do. We put in 150%, and we may have put in 100% at a job we went to in corporate America. So I've got about a minute left. I'm going to say that, I'm sorry, Jen Bradshaw is up next, and then Daniel, and then Amy. Thanks for listening to me today. I'm sorry I don't look at the comments. I never remember to do these, but thanks for listening, and we'll hop on over to Jen Bradshaw now. And you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.